Not by power or might, but by my spirit you shall accomplish things.
What
does that mean? Did your son ask you anything? Do you have spiritual discussion in your family? Abraham was not only enjoying the rest of that place, he worshipped God, he was a witness for God, and beloved, he was training his family, his son there for God. Christian homes, do not forget your responsibilities. I would always say to children like this, whenever I meet youngsters, I say like this: young man, you should confide in your father. Young girls, you should confide in your mother. Back home, I have teenager children, We know what difficulty it is to raise them up. But when we keep the door open for son or daughter to come and ask any question they need, usually what happens? Son comes with some question to father. Father is immediately angry. I don't have time, talk to your mummy. Then he goes to mother. Mother is busy in kitchen and all blah blah. And mummy, what about this that? I really want to know about it. I am so busy here. Go from here. So it's like a football for a child. He came to you. He will come once and twice. He will come third time. He may come for the fourth time. When he finds your doors are shut for him, he will go to the world outside. He will go to the friends. He will go to the world. And they have 101 solutions available for anybody coming to them. And once he gets any of those solutions, he will be trapped. Abraham was training his son there in Beersheba. Oh, but that is not the end of it. I want to tell you the fifth thing. Why Beersheba was a special place. Why God has given you all such pleasures and prosperity in your life. That you might call upon God more. Be a witness for God. And train your family for God. That is not the end of it. You know what? That place was a place when God was preparing Abraham for a higher test. And we know that in chapter 20. Whenever God gives anything good in our life, by all that He wants us to be prepared for the next calamity, next test, next examination in our life. And when God called Abraham to offer his only son Isaac on the Mount Moriah, Abraham had no doubt about it. No question about it. He just saddled the donkeys or the camels and took his son and started his journey. He made the altar and started offering his son. Beloved, he had no doubt about it. Listen very carefully. You know what God said? In chapter 22 and verse 12, God said like this: Now I know that Abraham, you love me more than your son. Now I know. Abraham was not perplexed at the time of test that came to his life. So I say a sentence like this: a prepared man is never perplexed at the sudden dawn of calamity and problems, or perils and problems in his life. Why has God given you places of Beersheba? You and I be prepared for the tests of life even more. How many Christians are heartbroken? Suddenly when something happens in their life, why no solution? Why no answer? Why this has come to me? They leave God. They leave God's word. They leave prayer. And they also leave the assembling of God's people. They blame God. And they go away from God. Because they are offended. Why this has been? Because they were not prepared when God was preparing them. Beloved, you and I do not know what is for tomorrow. Are you getting prepared for the higher tests of your life? As you consider these things in your mind, Abraham not only planted a tree, by which we have learned these 5 things there, but he also prayed a prayer. Now I don't know what kind of prayer that was. Was it a prayer of praise? Or was it a prayer of petition? If it is a prayer of praise, then suddenly he is declaring there that all that I have is because of God. If it is a prayer of petition, then he is declaring there that only God can do these things in my life. And we know that it is according to Scripture that no good thing will you withhold from them that love God. John 3:21 says, we shall not receive any good thing unless it is given to us from above. He called upon the name of the Lord. Maybe a prayer of praise or prayer of petition. Maybe declaring, God, it is all because of you in my life. Or maybe saying, God, I am depending upon you for everything that I need. Are you declaring these things through your life? That all that I have is because of my God. Are you depending upon Him for everything? Whatever it may be. But it is sure that by his prayer of praise or prayer of petition, one thing Abraham acknowledged, that I will never depart from my God. Because if I leave my God, I know no good thing will come into my life. Abraham did 2 things in Beersheba. He planted a tree and he prayed a prayer. I could have called this message as God of Beersheba.